How you doing, folks? What up, though? Donnie from Whatever Talk. Check it out. I'm in my luxurious studio here, the bathroom. But let's get down to it. Do you prefer hard copies or digital copies? Whichever one you prefer, the real question is, do you own the video games you buy? I know some of you like, duh. Of course you do. And also I know some of you like, well, you don't own the rights and or the license. Well, to those, duh. Of course you don't. That's why we got bootleggers. But let's get a little deeper. The answer to this question is yes, you do own them, and no. Let me explain. The yes. This goes for almost anything that's tangible. You own that item. One could say you bought the rights to have that item. You can hang it up, put it over there, put it over here, rent it, give it to me. You even can resell it. The no. You don't have the rights and or license to manufacture that item and sell it. Now this is about, do you own your video games? The answer is the same, yes and no. Yes, you own your hard copy version of it. Do with it what you like, except make copies. Digital copies, yes, you spent your money. Technically, you own it. But there's a twist when it comes to digital copies. The twist, you're being robbed. Kinda, possibly, in the future. What you talking about, Donnie? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. You are able to play at will anytime you feel. The money you spent on it is real, but the ownership is an illusion. Bars. The developers, publishers, or whomever is making it possible for you to download those games, if they ever decide to pull those games from the digital media shelves, then you have just been crapped on. But you can wipe the crap off if you kept the game installed on your system. If the game was deleted off your system, or you bought it and never installed it, and they pulled the game from the digital media shelves, then you just bought the rights to stare at a game title in your download list. Maybe there's legal actions you can take, but then again, it's kind of in the terms of agreement. Check this out. Upon our confirmation of your transaction, you may access the item you ordered through your account that you used to order the item until such time as we remove the item or your license to access or use the item expires. We encourage that you download or access the item immediately after completing your transaction. You bear all risk of loss for accessing the content, including completing the download of any content, maintaining a continuous internet connection, blah blah blah, and for any loss of content you have downloaded, including any loss due to a file corruption or hard drive crash. Here is the where we crap on you part. You are solely responsible if you do not choose to download or access the content before it is removed or your license expires, and more blah blah blah. So basically, got it! They telling you in the TOA, download it before we take it back. If you don't, thank you for your payment. Heck, even if we do take it back, you bet not delete it. If you do, thank you for your payment. Have a spare roll of TP for your potential future. I've always said hard copies is the way to go. Even if they pull them from the shelves, I can still play the game I own. Even if I delete it from my system, I can still go back and play the game I own. So before I close out, I want to ask a question to you. Do you prefer hard copies or digital copies? You already heard what I had to say. I would love to hear what you have to say. So to close out, yes, you own your hard copy version of the video games, and you have the permission to play the digital copies of the video game until they remove it and legally rob you. But this just could be me talking to myself out loud.